Last time we spoke, only a week ago, we were talking about no fighters on the card in UFC Sydney. Something's changed.
Yeah. Now we've got two on, so that's sometimes the UFC moves slow, but sometimes the UFC moves fast. So um, we've got two guys on now, which is cool. Kevin Dressay's on. He's fighting Aussie kid named Jonathan McAuliffe. I believe it's the right pronunciation. The good fighter. It'll be a tough fight. And then Rong Zhu, who's our Chinese contingent of CKB. He's fighting another fighter who I know a little bit about, Cody Steele. So, both tough fights, but this is the UFC. This is why we do what we do. And
It's pretty exciting. Because you got Cam the night before as well.
And Cam's the night before on Eternal. So it will end up being quite a busy weekend. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's the weekend after Saudi Arabia. So I think maybe we'll just fly straight into Sydney, I guess, and then go from there.
Both Rong and Kevin, the camp's going good.
Yeah, I mean, so Rong Zhu was anticipating being on Sydney anyway, so he was just preparing. He was in full camp. He's been here for a long time, so he did our pre-camp phase and our off-camp phase. Off-camp, pre-camp. He did both those phases, and then he started getting into his early in-camp phase. So he's just followed it right the way through, and he's looking like spectacular. Yeah, he's made vast improvements since he's been here, so he's looking really good. Anyway, and then Kevin Kevin doesn't leave the gym. So Kevin just is always at a level where he can just turn things around really quickly because he's just always fit and strong. His weight's always good. So yeah.
His fight in Paris went upside down for him. Is it hard to get a fighter back after that, because there were so many high hopes?
Yes and no. There were things that happened in that fight, and there were things that happened in that fight it's the circumstances. Like, people look at that fight but there's things that happen in that fight that they don't know happen.
Yeah.
That only we have the privilege of knowing, and they're not things to be shared. Like the dude got the win, and it's not good sportsmanship to be talking about. He just got the win, and you just have to take that like a man. And so that's what we've done, and we've moved on. Figure out where you went wrong and what mistakes and why things happen. And Kev's a consummate professional, so Kev will bounce back from that. It's one thing to be winning all the time, but you can't, sometimes there's a lot of positive things to take from a loss, and the obvious things are the motivational factor you get from a loss, but then it's a really good chance for fighters to introspect and really dig in a little deeper than they normally would, perhaps if they won. And so that's what we've done, and Kevin's just gone about his way trying to improve. So.
I noticed a new face in the gym today.
So Rob Whittaker was he come in. He's just here for 2 or 3 days. It's just is what it is. Like, Rob's, it is what it would do if any UFC champion or ex-UFC champion came in. When you get a guy of Rob's caliber, and when you get a guy like Rob come in, he just lifts the man, his coach, and another UFC fighter into Jacob Malcolm. When you get guys like that come in, it just elevates the room, elevates the atmosphere. So it's cool. Yeah. Rob's a cool cat. It's one of us. Sometimes we forget that because he's always in a rivalry with the Kiwi or whatever. He lives in Australia, but this is, can't forget where you're from. And Rob's from this one.
New Zealand is.
And good to have somebody of that caliber.
And just good. And I think it's, like these guys, when they get to the later stages of their career, like Rob and Israel, like it's the combination of a whole lot of small things that do it for them. Rob, I know that we're always looking for ways for Israel to invigorate himself and to, think about the sport in a fresh way and just be, done this his whole life, the majority of his life. But Rob's the same, like just change the environment, change the atmosphere, get some new sparring partners in to keep you sharp, get a new crew around you. It just like invigorates you and makes you enthusiastic for the sport again. So like Israel's done that in the past. Israel's gone overseas and trained. We've brought all sorts of people in for Israel and all the boys, and it just like, that's what you need in the later stages of your career. You have to just feel invigorated and just feel like the sport's still moving and you're still moving with the sport.
Fantastic. Thanks for the
All
update.
good, Tony.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, no worries.